Good morning, Labour. It's nice to see you all out this morning. I posted on my social media that over a decade ago, I was invited to speak on Labor Day for the first time. As a young worker, I then had the opportunity to address you as the president of the BPSU. I went on to address you as the president of the Bermuda Trade Union Congress. But today is special for me because I'm here today in the capacity of your Minister of Labor.
All right.
I am a son of labor. And while I've given numerous speeches in recognition of the annual Labor Day celebration, this one is profoundly different. It is a different speech for a different time. This is usually a day when we celebrate your hard work and your contributions to the economy. We usually celebrate the sacrifices made and give thanks for your ability to work, for access to jobs, fair wages, and opportunities to grow. While we celebrate these things, this year, we feel a sense of burden and concern for the future of labor in our island home. I know we are probably tired of hearing it, but the unprecedented events of the last 6 months changed everything as we knew it. It has pulled the rug from under so many hard-working people. People who have gave a hard day's work every day before the pandemic hit. As we prepare for what has been termed a new normal, there are workers who feel no sense of normalcy. So many in our labor force, so many who have worked hard, have been hit the hardest. The economic hardship for these workers is real. This morning I stand here with the weight of immense responsibility on my shoulders. I have listened to many of you and I hear your concerns. I see your worry and I sense your fear for the future, for the well-being of your families. You are wondering, how will we make it through this storm? You're wondering, how will you make ends meet? How will you make it through the day, let alone through the week? Brothers and sisters, your fear is justified. But I want you to know that you are not alone. Your fear is our fear. Bermuda is traveling through a time for which there is no template. We need you as much as you need us, and we are not only behind you, we are in front of you, doing what we can to clear the way for you to return back to the workforce. Know your well-being and that your families is on our hearts. This government is a government that cares. As a labor government, we realize it is our responsibility. It is our duty to support labor. And because of this duty, we are working around the clock to ensure that you stay afloat through rough waters.
Yes, sir.
Bermuda's long-standing success was because of you. And I have no doubt that our future success will also be because of you. And because of this, we in the Ministry of Labor, and indeed we in the government, have one priority: getting you back to work. This is the top of our agenda, and we are working relentlessly to achieve this. As the Minister of Labor, I have had to make some tough decisions. But today, I am pleased to share with you the efforts being made to carry us through the rough times ahead. By now, you all would have heard that the supplemental benefit being offered as a temporary lifeline to those who are in financial need. And by now, I'm hoping that the majority of you who are in need of assistance have sought out the assistance from the government. Successful applicants will either be placed on financial assistance or they will receive a monthly benefit, and if individuals do not have health insurance, the government will provide health insurance to those individuals. The government established this benefit to demonstrate that we care. We simply could not see our fellow Bermudians, our fellow workers, fall through the cracks. Last week, I announced that the Ministry of Labor will be instituting a comprehensive reemployment, reintegration strategy. The overarching objectives of this strategy is threefold. One, to reduce current unemployment. Two, to prevent future unemployment. And three, to facilitate the ease of finding employment. And I just want to emphasize that point number three, to facilitate the ease of finding employment. Many times persons outside that find themselves outside employment need a retool or retrain. But many of our people have already skilled up. They only need access to opportunity to shine. Through the establishment of effective labor policy, that is, policy that ensures Bermudians are doing jobs that Bermudians can do, not foreigners. Policies that encourage employers to employ new workers who are Bermudian. Policies that encourage us to work closely with employers in order to establish memorandums of understanding that support Bermudians getting back to work. It is also policies to ensure Bermudians have access to training and development and the upskilling and reskilling needed to attain those jobs. We will partner with Bermuda College to ensure specialized programs such as horticulture are afforded to Bermudians. And we will encourage the utilization of professional employment agencies which can assist with matching talented workers to job opportunities that become available across the island. This pandemic has put us in a perilous position, with job levels showing significant contractions across the entire economy. However, it should not be lost on anyone that prior to the coronavirus pandemic, Bermuda was experiencing job growth. Prior to the pandemic, Bermuda was experiencing job growth. Jobs were up for Bermudians. Let's not be fooled. One thing is for certain, the world, including Bermuda, will be different post-COVID-19. While the government is transforming in response to this new Bermuda, we trust you are gearing up to do the same. Sometimes it may seem like the world takes workers' efforts for granted. It may seem that workers are inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. But I want you to know that you are valued, that your work is much appreciated. And for that, the government of Bermuda thanks you. We are in the midst of an election. And yes, I do represent the big green machine, the Progressive Labor Party. OBA, you're not hurt today. And then there's talk about independence and other entities. But let me say this. Right now, the Progressive Labor